Hello, hello, hello. Good evening and welcome to our week 5 of Action Table. Can you imagine? We are already in week 5 and it's so amazing to share this table and to facilitate this action table with us. It's been a privilege to know each and every one of you. And I know that we have always learned one or two things as we go on this our personal development and leadership. From the book that we took this action table, where we started from transformation table, we can see change your world. Anyone can make a change from wherever he or she is. And we know that change starts with me. Change starts with me. I don't need another person to change. So I don't need to have more degree to change. I don't need to have more influence to change. We all have our circle of friends. We all have our influence, where we influence people that we can impart. Beautiful people changing their world. You know, that is what we are here to do. We don't judge anyone. We want to add value to each other. We want to add value. And last week we had a wonderful topic that really blew my mind. Really everyday essential thing. You know, that topic was a wow for me. You know, I went back after the lesson to just know what we have to do, you know, in those lessons, how we need to change. Dorcas, can you share with us from what you learned last week?
What I remember is that the topic was under a lot of significance, right?
Yeah.
And what I can remember is that, okay, like we have to learn ways of adding value to others, like every day. And the other thing was about okay, like doing things that add value to others. And apart from that, we also learned about, I don't know, it was like encouraging others so that they can add value to people every day. So for me, what I learned is that every day we are important to everyone that we meet, and what we should do is that we should learn to add value to others, no matter the race, no matter the place that we are. We are very important, and we should make others to be important and be significant to us every day. And it's not just by knowing who people are by their name, but the best and the important thing is to add value to them and to appreciate them the way they are. So for me, that is what I learned.
Bravo, bravo.
Thank you.
That you just spoke my mind. You finished all the topic. Thank you so much. That has been an amazing, you know, in that 5 everyday essential of significance, you just said is value people every day. Think ahead about ways to add value to people every day. Look for ways to add value to people every day. Do things that add value to people every day and encourage others to add value every day. That was awesome, awesome. And one thing I remember, I say in success, the focus is on you, while in significance, the focus is on others. So we value people. So here we are in this transformation table that's been organized, you know, in the leader, in the action phase that we are now, action table. Say we value people, we believe in them, and we love them unconditionally. You know, so you go out, you spread the message that here we are in the John Maxwell team and the Maxwell leadership transformation. We value people, you know, we believe in them. Anybody can be anything, any human being. It's only an animal that is born an animal that will remain an animal, but a human being can transform into whatever. So, and how does someone transform? How do my daughter transform, my son transform? It is through loving them unconditionally. As a person of faith, coming from as a person of faith, you know, the Bible tells us, the Holy Book tells us that while we are yet sinners, Christ died for us. So that is it. So we have to love people just the same way they are. I told my daughter recently, whatever you do, I will love you no matter, no matter. I might not like the action, I might not like that. So that is it. On that note, I want to welcome you to today action table. We say making a difference together. See, Donald is making a difference. Oh, Donald, what you said the last time, listening, the value of listening, now you can listen to people, and he has stuck with me. You said it maybe over 5 weeks ago, but he stuck with me. That is to know that I value what you say on this transparency. I also learn from you. So we learn from each other. So today in the action table, week number 5, making a difference together. Like is our tradition, I have a clip that I want us to just see briefly that we have here. I just want to show the clip from John Maxwell, what he said about that. So I'll just share the clip and we go ahead. Okay, is that okay?
No problem.
You can all see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yes.
Who's retired. She was a contract specialist from Oakland, California. Said, John, on Minute with Maxwell today, talk about the word togetherness. It's a great word. It's a word of warmth. When you think of warm words, words that attract you, that kind of move your soul to migrate toward them, togetherness is one of those words. Loneliness separates us, is cold, and it's something that we want to move away from. Togetherness is a word that just basically says that the best things in life are achieved together. The most wonderful conversations and experiences in life are experienced together. It's a word that basically says I need people. I need people in my life. I need people around my life. I want to be with people. I want to be part of a group. I want to be part of a team. I want to be part of a community. On the John Maxwell team, this is a word that we really embrace, because we have discovered that as coaches and speakers and trainers, it's more fun to take the journey together than it is to do it on our own. And so togetherness to us means camaraderie. It means teamwork. It means doing more together than we can do separately, achieving more, seeing more, feeling more, experiencing more. It's a great, warm word. I just encourage you today, understand that no person's an island, and you're much better when you're with someone else.
So thank you. How was it? How did you see it? Anybody have something to say about that? Anybody have anything to say about that? You have any word to say? Can you hear me?
Can you play it one more time?
You want me to play it one more time?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll play it one more time if you want. Okay. Or I will just play it at the end of the lesson. I just play it at the end of the lesson. Is it okay? Or you want it now so that you can catch something? Who is there? Dorcas, are you there?
Yes, we are together.
Okay, we are together. I love that word.
Yeah.
We are together. No, that is what we just listened to, togetherness. So we are all together. So did you catch anything from the video you watched? Did you get anything before we jump into the lesson?
Yeah, but also I can request you repeat again. Even if it is after the lesson, I understand it's okay. I just
No, yeah. If do you want me to play it now?
yeah, you can play.
Okay. Since we already say everybody say we repeat it. I think I already closed it because I didn't want it to distract it. Okay, I will just look for it.
You can proceed then. We can still watch it later.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you so much. Today's lesson is the one that it draws my heart, so much. He said, making a difference together. Nothing of significance was ever achieved by an individual outing alone. Nothing by anyone that has achieved alone. You can't achieve great things. That's why it's important. I think I gave this analogy in one of our table where I say, if I need to carry a 5 kg, I will just carry it. If I need to carry a 20 kg, you know, like I will just ask somebody, can you just help me? Or just one person will split the load. If I need to carry 100 kg, I will look for a platform and I will get more people to carry so that the load will be distributed, you know, equally. Are you setting up to a great idea about making a difference? You was to make a difference in this world. What are your difference you want to make? What difference you want to make in this world? I'm sure you want your life to be a great story. Hopefully you are getting a clearer picture of your purpose from where we are. You know, and you know you must live with intentionality to be successful. The question is, how will you get started? Before I jump into this lesson, how will you get started and together? And guys, you know, we all know higher, higher, higher. Do anybody remember the song Higher, Higher, Higher? You know, that's the FIFA official song. Do we remember the song? You know, it was awesome. Do we remember? You know, I actually wrote a piece, you know, when the song came out. I actually wrote a piece, I wrote a journal on that because it was such a thing. Higher, higher, higher. You know, he said, Better Together is the first official single for the FIFA Qatar 2020. So he said, Dream Team makes the dream work. In other words, one is too small a number. We heard that what John said. He said, one is too small a number to achieve greatness. And he said, loneliness separates us. When you see someone that is always alone, he separates, oh, I want to stay alone because you don't want to make an impact. There is no one that have made impact alone. It's either he partner with someone. You can start small. It can be your idea. That is one thing I want us to know this evening. It can be your idea. You can start small. But as the vision evolves, you need to bring people to table. That's why we see companies, they grow from limited liability to limitless liability, you know, and that's that. And once they become big, they sell their shares, they have board of directors. Someone might just start a company as an MD, or just then he gets a partner, then he gets board of directors. So the vision is evolving. Then you can now create branching. But if you want to remain small, within a short time, you want only you or your family, only you, by the time you know it, that business will die, we just fizzle out. But if we create other platform and people to join, because people bring it together, things, experience, everybody brings his own experience. And I want to put up, when you want to put up things, everybody bring up just like us here. So we are designed to complement, add value, and help one another, not to go alone. Catch that statement. You can't see it anywhere. That's my statement. I say we are designed to complement, add value, and help one another, and not to go alone. So, as you said, if you want to travel quickly, go alone. But if you want to travel far, you go together. You know, it's not easy to get people to come. It's not easy to get people to go along with your journey. But just know that we are better together. If you've not listened to that song, Higher, 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 you know, by Nigeria, Davido with other guy that sang the song, just go and listen. They say, we are better together. So next time, when you think of teamwork, just understand that we are better together. But one question I want to leave us here. I don't want us to miss this point. One question I need to ask you, who are you going to team up with so that you can realize your hope and dream to have that you have? So it's not just going together, oh, you need somebody. I was listening to one guy, he said, I was listening to a guy, he said the wife loves him more because he has helped her to realize her vision. So who are you going to team up with? Are you going to team up with someone that is going to bring your dream down? You don't need to tell everybody your dream, because sometimes some people are dream crusher. You know, the dream is not given to them, but you have to look up to people. You have to look out for people that align with your principle, that align with your purpose in life, so that you can team up with them and make the difference. The key is to think about working with other people. And, you know, John Maxwell teaches us that working together lead to winning together. You know, here is why, you know, when we work together, we win together. We see the ant, they don't do, but they can move a mountain. The ants, he say, learn from them. They gather together, they can move anything. I don't know, I'm seeing a picture of, you know, ants gathering and just lifting a dead cockroach. Have you seen that kind of thing? Or maybe a dead bird? There are so many that are just carrying it to their ant hill. That is so much. They are working together. And, you know, the Holy Book, the scripture said that these ones, they don't even have a head. They don't have a leader, but they all work together. How much more we? So that is the key. We have to work together, to win together. And John Maxwell gave us a reason from Change Your World. He said, here is why we is more important than me. You know, that's why we see in Africa, everybody is thinking, what is it for me? What is it for me? You know, internet entrepreneur Red Halfon said, no matter how brilliant your mind or strategy, if you are playing a solo game, you will always lose out to the team. I don't know who can relate with this, but I can relate with this. If you're playing a solo game, even if maybe you see an opportunity, just say, oh, it's just me. Any family from where I come from Africa origin, he says, you know, there's an adage that says, if you are the only rich person in your family, then that your family is not wealthy at all. We can see what teamwork did in one of the African countries, in Nigeria, Osun State to be precise. They had their election in July 16. We saw how the family came together. The influencer, the David, again, I had to mention his name. The influencer, he's a musician. He said family above every other thing. The governor-elect now, Adeleke, I don't know, the senator Adeleke, once they announced, the first person he prostrated on was Davido's dad, and that is family. So, and someone was asking Davido in one of the question, I think maybe on Instagram, he said, one of the brother that came out to challenge the uncle, he said, when family are in strife, they don't win. That was so catchy for me. That was so awesome for me. You know, so it's important that you team up with someone that will not kill your dream, than someone that you can make impact with. That's why likes mind attract. You can work together. That's why I see people teamwork. If you always have problem with your team, then you find out who is the problem. Is it the team or you? So we have to learn to work with people. If we can adjust when we don't know people, we can, in airplane, I tell everyone in the plane is always polite, nice. Once you're just entering the airplane, I say, how come? Maybe it's because of the environment. So always remember that we is more important than me. You know, in Africa, everyone is just dragging. Most of the politicians, you see them, they are just dragging what they want to get, or in the office from one tribe or one nationality, they just want to favor their people. But no, remember, for you to go far, you must go together. You must look for like mind to get together. So the odds of your success in any endeavors increases dramatically when you team up with other people. Other people is not just other people of like minds. Another reason is who is more important than how. You know, when you partner with the right people who has the same value. Remember, I said that earlier. I say people who have the same value, who are willing to work for the same cause. You know, that's why you see people, volunteers, they do the same cause, who we work with one another. It makes all the difference in the world. Remember the story I said about the ants. Is it people, they had one value, their value, they have one purpose, is just to carry that thing to the anthill. Is there a group that is already doing something about the cause that calls to you? You know, if so, join them. Yeah, like for me, you know, when I was looking to make a difference, to make an impact in my world, and I reached out to, I have several groups I wanted to join. I reached out to the Maxwell leadership. Then it was John Maxwell team. And I have been able to assess immeasurable support system that I've gotten from the team and from my friends. I've seen even in the team there, I look for people who align with me, who want to empower the African, because my goal, is to influence and impact African and Asia. Here where I am. Say, look for people who might join you in your effort to make a difference. That is one thing. Remember, who is more important than how. So I'm going to like to before we go to our screen to start read, I'm just taking the vitals that we need to do together. Okay, so this time around I'm going to share my screen. We're going to start reading one by one so that we can see how to do this. So Dorcas, if you're there, I'm going to start with the lesson. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to say, you're going to take number 3. What unites us is greater than what divides us. Dorcas, you're there?
Yeah. Number 3 is mine.
Oh, yeah. What unites us is greater than what divides us.
Yes.
Can you read?
I read. I think
okay.
It's not okay.
Okay, you can read, Donald.
When you find people who want to make a difference in the same way you do, don't be concerned about your differences. Instead, focus on what you have in common, because what you want to accomplish together is more important. Differences don't have to divide you if you are united under one common cause.
Thank you so much, Donald. That was amazing. That was amazing. Thank you. So, Dorcas, are you ready to read the next one?
Okay, the other one. It's what I have is more important than what I lack. Don't worry about the resources or skills you lack. Focus on what you do have. You have value which you can bring to any team. Don't try to be someone you are not or wish for abilities you don't have. Use the strengths you have and
Okay, thank you so much, Dorcas. So I'll read number 4. Remember, collaboration is more important than cooperation. Strive to go beyond mere cooperation with others and instead achieve collaboration. Cooperation says, let's just go get along or else nothing will get done. Collaboration says, let's work together because this work is so important. It has to be done. Collaboration is people working for one another in unity for the sake of a shared vision. Once you have joined other people who want to change their world, just like we are here, you need to find a way to make a difference. Consultant John Kern and Mike Kramer studied movement for positive change and found that the group that succeeded shared 5 common characteristics, regardless of whether the problem were small and simple or large or complex. So the 5 characteristics that this group of people shared. As the facilitator, I'll start number 1. Donald will read number 3, and Dorcas will read number 2. So we will go again. Donald will read number 4, 5, and Dorcas will read. I will read number 4. So let's go. So Dorcas, you have number 2 to read, and I'll read number 1. He said they have a common agenda. The starting point for any team wanting to solve a problem or champion a cause is agreement on both what the problem is and what the best solution is for solving it. Without the common agenda, it is impossible for everyone to work together and go in the same direction. as a person of faith, again, I refer to the Bible. You know, you remember when the Tower of Babel, they were all working together and they say they are going to be until they get to the mountain, to get to the heavens. And they were doing it until God scattered their, put a confusion on, and their communication was not going. So if you can communicate properly, the lesson here, if you can communicate properly with anybody, with your spouse, with your team member, you can go far. Always remember to ask your team, what do you think about this? How do we go about it? There are better ways to solve the problem. Remember, while we are going through it, just mark one thing that catches your attention that you want to take so that you can share with the team. Dorcas, read number 2 now.
Okay, number 2, they share the same measurement system. How do you know you are actually accomplishing anything? You must measure your progress. You can do that only if you define what constitutes success and agree on how it will be measured.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Dorcas. That was awesome. The best way to measure a progress that I always use is SMART. You know, I don't know how many of us, you have to measure the progress. It has to be systematic, you know, measurable, attainable. It has to also be time bound. So remember, don't forget it. Time bound, when you have a vision, you say the vision is for an appointed time. Okay, Donald, take number 3 for us.
Okay, they all engage in action that contributes to the cause. Artist Vincent van Gogh said, greater things are done by a series of little things brought together. Successful group of people who solve big problems don't all do the same tasks. They do different tasks that all contribute to the same cause. Unity of mission doesn't mean uniformity of action. When all people are working together simultaneously, each doing their own job, and all their action works towards achieving their shared agenda, they are likely to achieve success.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. Okay, you know, unity. Okay, we will say it what catches your attention. So I read number 4. You say they communicate with one another continuously. John Maxwell law of communication in the 7 indisputable law of team says interaction fuels action. If a group of people want to be successful working together, they need to keep talking to one another. Mark that work. They tell each other what they are doing, describing what is working and what is not working. They continually inform, warn, and assist one another. Sharing information helps everyone learn, adapt, and improve. So Donald, read the 5th one for us again. Donald?
I've been sorry, I've been reading, but I forgot to unmute.
Okay.
Okay, they create a support team, successful group of people who makes a difference, whether large or small, always include members of the team who are dedicated to the task of coordinating people's efforts, assisting their needs, and facilitating communication. Sometimes that can be one or two people within the team. Sometimes an entire backbone organization is needed to support the effort. Many non-governmental organizations are built as a giant support team composed of staff, volunteers, or both who work to help keep everything moving forward in the right direction.
Thank you so much, Donald. Amazing. Amazing. So if you're If you're
That one
consider,
down.
no,
That
it's
one
okay.
down.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Thank you so much. So if you're considering joining a group to make a difference, check to see it follows these 5 practices. If you are a leader who is gathering people to make a difference, take initiative and responsibility to lead them, to lead the team to do these things. And if you desire to make a difference by facilitating transformation table, rest assured that you are working with an organization that value and implement this practice. So after this action table, if you want to facilitate, you can just register to changeyourworld.com, take the facilitator course, and gather just a group of 4 to 6 people and do the transformation table. If you invite me, I will come to just be a part, but you can make a difference. That is why we are here. Here now, we are here to make a difference. So this is time for us to reflect on what we have learned. So we'll just take 1 minute. You say, choose something that you underline that is important to you. Take 1 minute to tell everyone what you chose and why it's important to you. So let's just take 1 minute. It's 6:20, so 6:21. If there is anywhere you want me to scroll, or if you have it on your screen, you can let me to know and I will do that. Okay. So for me, there is something that struck me, and I will say it, but that will be, I'm just looking at that 1 minute. So if you have anything, yeah, anywhere you want me to stop, I will just say it. If you want me to scroll up or down, just let me know.
It's okay. I want to say something on the paragraph I read, or not just the content number 3.
Number 3, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
go
said,
ahead.
greater things are done by series of small things brought together. And it says successful people who solve big problems don't all do the same tasks. They do different tasks that all contribute to the same cause. Unity of mission doesn't mean uniformity of action. So those places are the places that catch my mind. It's always that whenever we want to make any difference or contribute or make value, create value to people's life, it doesn't really matter. We must do the same thing in order to achieve it. We will be doing it according to maybe our own tax in order to achieve or add value to people. Like you said, unity of mission doesn't mean uniformity of action. So that is exactly point that hits me. I felt that I'm beginning to understand more of this. So in my own little way, I can contribute, no matter how small. I can contribute in a general tax, in a one cause that is in order to add value to people's life, together in togetherness. I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying.
You can see I'm shaking my head. Absolutely amazing, Donald. You can make a difference. So how do you make a difference? You can go, you can make a difference. So I solicit you to just tell people about change your world. Anybody can make a difference from anywhere. Okay. Dorcas, you have to go now. So you are the next to go. Where catches your attention? Are you there, Dorcas?
Yes, I'm there. Maybe you can scroll, huh?
We up? Okay.
The first ones before. Okay, go, huh? Oh, before there's what we had read. Leave alone this one. Oh, that is not part of it.
No, it's part of it.
Wait, wait. That point of what unites us is greater than what divides us. Uh, I think that is what has touched me. And for me, I think okay, as for me now, I think I know to choose what is right and what is wrong. And for me, this one has challenged me because nowadays, and as we grew up, we know that unity is strength, and teamwork builds things. Uh, Giving you an example with what we are doing now, I know whatever that I'm doing now, it is not all in vain. Because every Friday, as I sacrifice, I learn new things. We come together as a group, having you as a facilitator. I know that this unity, all this teamwork, it is greater than something that I can do alone, or maybe ignorance. Because I know there are many people out there who are like, okay, I don't want to do this, or maybe I don't want to do something that is positive to others, or maybe to themselves. But for us being here, we are doing something that is great and something that can build us and even make us build other people's lives. So, okay, let me cut this story short. I think we have to just remain focused on what we are doing in each and every day life, and to be united than doing things that are like dragging us down. So I think that is all what I stick to be united than doing things that are dividing us. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much. Thumbs up for you and Donald. You know, remember the topic where he said making a difference together. We are better together. Nothing is significant ever done achieved by an individual acting alone. You know, what you say also was absolutely. And I was going to choose number 3, but because Donald has said it, that number 3 catches my attention. But you know, one thing that even if Donald have said it, but again, I have to choose it. I have to be frank to you because that is what catches my attention. He said, great things are done by a series of small things brought together. We don't see, you can see, just take example, like for the World Cup, how Qatar is starting to prepare for the World Cup. See, they started by winning, gradually building stadium. They started bringing teams together locally, internationally, worldwide. They're bringing, they want to have the best World Cup. So great things. You don't say, oh, like someone that want to start a business like me that is, you know, starting a series of a personal development company right now, and now we are doing a voluntary for Learn to Lead, and you just say, oh, I want to just, you want to have 50,000 followers one day. No, nobody follows anybody that don't have substance. If you don't have anything, you can't share. So you start doing them, you start doing small. Again, I refer to the greatest book in this world, which is the scripture, the Bible. He says something. Nobody, we are one person, say, nobody starts to build a house when you have not taken account into what you want to build, how much it will cost you to build. So that is one thing. So you start putting is block by block, layer by layer. That is how we see all the building we see, you know. So we build with pattern within in sections. So we do it like that, we come. And he says successful people solve problems who are big. They don't do the task, same task you're doing. One person is doing from here, one person is doing from here. And you can just see, like me, I work in the oil and gas industry. You just see, you have the construction, you have the safety, you have the quality, you know, and everybody bringing their differences that unite. The unity of the purpose is what unity of mission doesn't mean uniformity of action. Just like in the construction industry, again, I go, you know, sometimes the safety are in loggerhead with the construction team because they want them to conform, you know, to their action, and construction is looking at cost and schedule. Safety is looking at the right or people. So they don't need to have uniformity of action, but at the end thing, they are united to what? To build a plant. That is what. So when people are working together simultaneously, each doing their own, you see, again, as an oil and gas professional, I say it again, each doing their own job. So safety is doing their own job, construction is doing their own job, quality is also there to check, and also we have the commissioning team also there. Everybody, all their action, what is all their action? All their action is to give us a mega plant around. they are likely to achieve. At the end of the day, everyone is likely to achieve and go home. So that one, catches my attention. And that is why I am so grateful. So thank you so much. And thank you for that. So we take 5 minutes to think about and respond to the following question. It says, write your answer on a plane to share with the group. What do you see as your greatest obstacle to working with others to make a difference in your world? How might you be able to overcome this obstacle? So what do you see? Take time, just think about it. And also, what is the intentional action step? What is one step you can take towards including other people in order to change your world? After action table. Okay, so just think about what do you see as your greatest obstacle to working with others to make a difference in your world? How might you be able to overcome this obstacle? So as you say, just take time. As the facilitator, I will start first. I'm just trying to write. Just taking what is my greatest obstacle. Okay.
Yeah.
So I will go first as the facilitator. He says, so what do you think as your greatest obstacle to working with others to make a difference in your world? How might you be able to overcome this obstacle? What I think, is getting people to align or conform to the vision or to the work, which sometimes frustrates me, sometimes it's a difficult, you obstruct the vision. But how might you be able to overcome this now with this that we have known is that we all are working from the same angle. I might not see this other person that is working, as someone that wants to obstruct it. I might just see that he's bringing his own idea and I should be able to look at it from his own perspective. Thank you so much. Donald, you can go. You are the next.
Okay. Sometimes there are something I call hypocritical kind of people. They are my greatest challenge, if I may say. They might be saying they are with you, and at the same time, they are not. Sometimes like I said, you cannot board a bus. Your destination is somehow Doha, and there's somebody who is dropping at Wakara will board the same bus with you. If you are having destination which is Doha, and everybody who is boarding the same bus is going to Doha, it will be of people of like mind. But when you have somebody who is going to other destination and you are heading to other destination, sometimes it's difficult to make moves. So in other words, we need to check, certify people, as in check how and how they are reasoning and the rest of the things before you stick to them before working. Otherwise, the middle of the way, you might get sticky and it will somehow boomerang to the team. So that is my own.
So Donald, thank you so much. So how might you be able to overcome this obstacle? How do you think? This is yourself now.
That is why I'm saying you have to verify.
Okay, verification. Absolutely amazing. Thumbs up for you. Thumbs up for you. That was absolutely. Thank you for sharing very frankly. Of course, I could understand from where you're coming from. Thank you so much. Dorcas, are you ready to share with us? how do you see your own greatest obstacle?
Okay, for me, I think some of the greatest obstacles when I'm dealing with others, the first one should be like, let's say communication, because alongside you meet people who who have talent in communication. You might be like you are saying like this, but okay, the way the people feel you are saying, it is not the same way that you yourself you figure it out. So you'll find that people have different meaning of what you are saying, and this one can really have trouble. Then the second thing can be like, okay, attitude. You'll find that people who are their attitude is very negative, but still you have to reach these people, you have to interact with them because you want them to know more about, you know. So I think for me, the most obstacle that I can face is communication and attitude, because not everyone that we just bump in, people are full of attitudes, but still you want to convince these people to know what is right. You still need to add value to these people. You need to pull these people so that you can work together. So despite of their attitude, what I know is that a change comes and it never comes with one day. It can still take time, but when you keep on pressing on, not giving up, everything can show up with time. So for me, I think that is the obstacle that I feel like I can face when dealing with others. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That was absolutely thumbs up. Thank you. And it's been an amazing time. So intentional steps, that we are going to use. What are the intentional steps that we are going to use today to change our world? You say, including your plan to change your world. After action table, you have to have access to the action center where you can review action plan and tools to help you develop your own plan. So make these intentional steps, and first step, take the action center. After we finish, next week is our last week. Be intentional. I keep telling every one of us, say we have to be intentional. You having sold this 1 hour time or 1 hour every week for this last almost 12 weeks now, because 6 weeks of transformation table, and now we are in the 5th week of the action table, and next week is the last week for the action table. So remember, you can be a facilitator. I remember Donna said you want to be a facilitator, so you can just go to the action table, download all the lessons. You can go to the transformation table that you already done. Your records are there, and you are just in. Remember to take the post-assessment course. So it's important that this week that you take action, you plan. You see the book again, I refer. Today, I'm referring to the Holy Book so much. He said, write the vision down, make it plain that anyone that sees it will write with it. That's why you see in several corporations, several businesses, organizations, they always have a vision statement, a mission statement, and they also have a motto. And from time to time, they review their vision, they align themselves with what they are doing so that it is important. So I encourage you to write it down, review it, and until then, I will see you next week on our last table. It's been an awesome time working with you, facilitating, and each and every one of us. We miss several of our people, but I know it's just there and then. So thank you so much, and God bless you.